Well, it's September and it's my favorite month. It's starting to get cool, but the market is still pretty steady and pretty hot. So let's check it out, what happened for August of 2021. We kind of talked about this clear back in June that I was kind of hoping that the median sales price would stay the same. And look at the past 3 months, all median sales price for Reno Sparks, $530,000. Still up there, but boy, it's right there. Isn't that something? Clear back in July of last year, still COVID, of course, it was 435. We saw the upticks and such. May, we went from 502, June, jumped up to the 530. And thank goodness we haven't gone any higher, right? Maybe a little bit of a settling. Days to contract stayed just about the same for July and August. 16 days from the time that we go and put a sign in your yard and you get an accepted contract. Then you're looking at probably another 30 to 35 days to close. So average back in July of 38 days to get an accepted offer. Inventory by month with new sales, new listings, and sales. So it's quite interesting. Our new homes, the number of new homes that came in July and August, the exact number of homes, 718, both months. Then we sold just a little bit less in August. We went down to 552 homes that was sold for the month of August in the Reno Sparks area, which upped our inventory just a bit to the 511. When you look at the whole community in the Reno Sparks area, that's still not very many homes to have in all the price ranges, right? I thought that we would throw in this kind of interesting one. Everything that I look at and try to use as comparison for you has been since the pandemic started. So I thought you might think that this was a little bit interesting. We went back a couple of years, 5 years, and look at August 19 of 2019. The gray is active inventory. We are 1,000 homes short than what we were back in 2019. We had 545 in August of last year homes available, and like we've talked about, 511 in the community right now in today type of thing. But isn't that kind of interesting? Exactly 1,000 homes. No wonder we're having a heck of a time trying to get buyers and people to make these moves, right? Inventory by month for homes for sale, we have almost gotten to a month's worth of inventory. 0.09, it has to be a 1 to make 1 month's worth of inventory. So we're inching. And my opinion is I think that September we're going to see another uptick in sales and of offers being written, to be honest with you. Inventory by price range. You have a favorite price range that you're shooting to get. And the only one that had a little bit of a few homes that went down was in the 400 to the 499. They slightly went down. Everybody across the board rose up just a little bit as far as the inventory. Over 1.5 million, there's 70 homes in the Reno Sparks area, 108 up to from 500 to 600. Not very many homes when you really think about the clear up to Cold Springs down to the lake, so Washoe Lake. So not very many inventory still. New contracts by month, we had a pretty good size uptick there to 639 new contracts. Those will be closing this month and the month of September. And as I said, I think that in the month of September, we're going to have another, I'm going to state that I think we're going to be pretty darn close to the 639 again for September's number of new contracts listed. We're going to get really hyper local. I'm looking at Reno right now. slightly increased to 535.5. Active inventory just went up a little over 5%. Days to contract went up 17 days. And units sold down almost 14% to 380 homes. This is Sparks, but if you remember last month, Sparks was just neck and neck with the amount of people that they had putting houses on the market. So our new listings went down a little bit, down 11%, and median sales price just went down ever so slightly to 469, or excuse me, 496. Active inventory down just a bit at 121 homes in the Sparks area, and units sold down a bit, 172. This is if we drive out to Fernley. It's a little bit more affordable, and if you are able to work from home or do not mind the commute, an average price of $357 is nothing to sneeze at. That's for darn sure. And look at the number of new listings that they've had come on. 23% up to 73 homes on the market. That's pretty darn good. Days to contract up 36, but they were in the one digit days to contract. So it's a good place to go and make that move if that is something that might work for your family. We'll go down to Carson City, our capital. Median sales price just went down just a tiny bit to 485. Our closings down in Carson City went a little more than 8%, and new inventory just a little bit of a drop to 74 new listings. The median days to contract, they used to have like maybe 4 or 5 days to contract. It went up 83% because now it's 11 days to contract. So those, when you go to doubles, you get a little bit bigger percentages. This is our Minden Gardnerville area, 600,000, went up about 5%. And active inventory, almost 100 homes on the market. New listings was 94. They stayed the same, 13 days to market. This is our this is our condos or townhomes. Watch out for those HOAs, that dollar figure. I'm taking a listing at the end of the week, and HOAs are $275 a month. Think about that every month. Add that to your house payment, right? So median price is $330. Active inventories rose just a bit to 107, and 24 days now to get an accepted offer for a condo or townhome in the Reno Sparks area. When I show you this type of screen, remember we're going across the United States. We are not the only area that has seen just a slight uptick as far as months of inventory. We went across the United States to 2.6 months. Showing time, if you remember me talking about this is how the agents get into the homes. They get approval from showing time. And showing time across the United States has gone and created a monthly index. They've gone and looked at different communities and kind of tried to get an even kind of number or showing of the type of showings that they're having on each house. It's gone down just a bit, and we see that in April it started to go down, and you'll see each one, and this is across the United States, don't forget. But for July, across the United States, there was approximately 189 showings on a given home, let's say, or a given community. July of 2019, pre-COVID, look at this, 123 homes shown. So we still have a lot of buyers that are looking to purchase a home, and it's important to them to get into a home. This is a different type of, I wanted to go back 5 years as we did earlier, and this graph is quite interesting because the light gray, blue, and darker gray, those are pre-COVID, and you can see right at that peak, it was about May of each year that the new listing count would be the highest. And they were right at about 550 new listings coming on each month. And then you'll see the graph go all the way down. And then in December, holiday season, it's right above between 250 and 300. The orange was COVID last year. We started, we were closed, of course, March, April. May, we started going with the uptick. We were surprised how many homes actually did come on the market and people were buying them. Then it stayed at that level until almost the beginning of, right in the middle of October. So they were staying right between 400 and 450,000 homes coming on the market each month. Look at the green. It's 2021. We've taken a little bit more time to go up, but look at how we are staying at 450,000 homes in the past couple months. We haven't had a waiver. We've just kind of stayed at about that 450. So my hope is that the next couple months, September, October, we're going to stay right, excuse me, hanging right in there. And then probably in November, we'll start seeing the holiday season come back, right? So we'll keep an eye on this, and I'll bring it up again, and we can see just exactly how it's shaken out, okay? Interest rates for this year are amazing. They're anticipating some type of increase, but when you see everything across the boards and at the 3s and the 3.5s, it's a great time to borrow some money. That's for darn sure. They're going to make adjustments, and I cannot ever tell you how come or when that might be. But if you have the opportunity to be able to go and buy a home, your buying power with the interest rates that you have are unheard of. So I'm going to put my contact information right down here at the bottom. You can text me, you can call me, you can email me, and we can get together and we can sit down and talk about these different things and the pros and cons of maybe buying or selling. How do you do that? How do you sell a house and then be able to buy the next house? Let's figure that out and get you going, okay? Take advantage of these great rates. Hope you have an amazing September. Like I said, it's my favorite month. And enjoy, get out there. It's beautiful. Take care. See you next month.